California Governor Gavin Newsom has recently signed laws allocating $50 million to bolster the state's defenses against challenges posed by the Trump administration, especially concerning immigration policies amid fears of mass deportations. This funding is divided equally, with $25 million earmarked for the California Department of Justice to engage in legal battles against federal actions, and another $25 million set aside to support legal groups defending immigrants potentially facing deportation. So, really talking about here, these laws arise from a long-standing conflict between California and the federal government during Trump's first term. California initiated or joined over 100 legal actions against various Trump policies related to climate laws, water management, and immigrant rights. A reemergence of these issues is anticipated now that Trump has commenced his second term. This topic is relevant because it underscores a deepening rift between state and federal governance in the U.S. It highlights how states like California are positioning themselves as bastions for certain policies that may clash with federal directives, especially on contentious issues such as immigration and civil rights. In terms of perspectives on this issue, Sophie Austin from ABC 7 News reported statements from Democratic Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas, who declared that Californians are being threatened by an out-of-control administration. Inversely, Republican leaders criticized the funding as a political maneuver rather than a genuine effort to solve pressing problems like wildfire recovery efforts in Los Angeles. Ryan Jones, Republican Senate Minority Leader, characterized it as a slush fund distracting from urgent state issues. This indicates a clear divide in how both parties perceive the motivations behind this legislative action. The implications of this funding could be significant. Not only does it demonstrate California's commitment to protecting its residents' rights amid fears of deportation, but also sets a precedent for other states considering similar measures. This could lead to increased legal battles between states and the federal government over various policies, impacting everything from immigration enforcement practices to environmental regulations. Looking back at history provides some context. During Trump's first presidency alone, California filed more than 120 lawsuits against his administration. A fiscal impact was notable as well, approximately $42 million spent on these legal confrontations over several years. Given past experiences where tensions led to numerous court cases over diverse policy disputes, it's reasonable to anticipate similar scenarios unfolding again as these newly allocated funds enter play. On a larger scale, a situation exemplifies broader trends within American politics, where states assert their autonomy against perceived federal overreach, a theme that's become increasingly common in recent years across multiple jurisdictions. Discussions about state versus federal power dynamics that continue to shape policymaking processes in America. In conclusion, Newsom's allocation of funds might seem like an immediate reactionary measure towards safeguarding immigrant rights amidst presidential policies perceived as aggressive or unfairly punitive. Also raises questions about resource allocation priorities within the state, particularly when many citizens are still recovering from devastating natural disasters like wildfires. Navigating these complex waters involves balancing civil liberties with practical governance, needs a challenge not easily met given today's polarizing political landscape.